Episode 9?
I suppose. I think that does come after 8. Hello and welcome to Week in Review with Richie and
Jeremy.
And this is episode 9.
9.
Because
9.
we can
Week
count.
in review.
We can count.
So
9 comes after 8.
you know what the big news is this week?
No, but I'm sure you're going to tell me.
I'm going to tell you. So, Buc-ees.
Buc-ees! You know what? I have never been to a Buc-ees.
You know, DeWine went to the Buc-ees to
But
do the
lately,
grand
this
opening.
has been the biggest topic amongst people lately is Buc-ees.
Buc-ees, man.
Buc-ees. What is
Buc-ees.
Buc-ee? What kind of animal is Buc-ee?
I don't know. Is he a beaver? Or like a groundhog? I actually don't know that answer.
He's not prepared. He brought up Buc-ees, and he's not even prepared.
You're right. I don't know what Buc-ee is. I will find out. I'll put it right down here. Right here. Anyway.
But he wears a hat.
He does.
But Buc-ee wears a hat.
So
whoever or whatever Buc-ee is.
You've never been to a Buc-ees, right?
Backwards.
So I've been to a Buc-ees. I was actually in Texas.
What? Really?
And I went to and I heard there was a Buc-ees, and I was like, okay, I gotta go to this Buc-ees.
How many? I heard there's like
100 gas pumps.
That's insane.
100, and it's like, you know how they have the islands with the gas pumps?
Right.
There's just like there's multi layers of islands.
Huh.
And
so I heard you go in and they actually pull up a picture of your vehicle and make you point out when you go to get gas, like, this is my vehicle. I heard that's what they do.
I don't know
to make
about
sure
that.
that you're getting the gas at the
that.
right car. That's what I heard. I don't know. I've never been to a Buc-ees. Somebody please tell me.
It's like going into almost a department store.
Really?
Of fast food.
For fast food?
For like fast food, and like they have a deli there. They have like a salad bar. They have huge bathrooms, absolutely huge bathrooms. I think there's actually 2 sets of bathrooms.
I'm sure they have showers too, right?
Yeah, right. Well, a lot of them do have the semi truck stuff. I don't think they all do. I'm not sure about that answer.
But they have clothes and
they have
and
clothes
whatnot.
and gear. They have a whole like merch area of not just
crazy.
Buckeye stuff. I mean, Buc-ee stuff, but they have like.
So we got a racetrack gas station where we can't get a Buc-ees?
We can't get a Buc-ee's. I mean, this thing is like a football field.
Really?
It's huge.
That's insane.
It's huge. The one I went to was in Texas, was close to the ocean. So they literally had they had the beer cooler.
Is that the ocean or the Gulf?
They had a walk-in beer cooler, but they also had a walk-in freshman cooler.
The ocean or the Gulf?
It was the Gulf.
Okay.
But they actually had a freezer, and we're talking about like 4 or 5 freezer doors or whatever of frozen bait. And we're talking about when we're talking about frozen bait, we're talking about, because this is saltwater fish. This is like frozen bait that was like this big.
Wow.
It was like this big.
Wow.
You know, you could buy like these huge.
Is that this big for television or that big in person?
No. It was literally. I think I have a picture. If I have a picture, I'll put it up here.
But now, anybody, you guys listening over there, if you've been to a Buc-ees, please put in the comments what Buc-ees you've been to and where. Mm-hmm. Please, I'm curious to know how many people have been to a Buc-ees.
But Buc-ees has got a lot of their own like brand stuff, and you know the soda fountains. So they have like lines and lines of different kinds of soda fountains and stuff like that. Like everything is just like 5 times what a normal store is.
So you're saying we should maybe do a Buc-ees in-person podcast one day, walkthrough?
Yeah.
That'd be exciting.
So
Week in Review on the road, Buc-ees edition.
And the one this week, the ribbon cutting this week, DeWine actually even went to it.
Oh, that was awesome.
That was his ribbon cutting.
Wow.
Is at Buc-ees. And it's located in Huber Heights.
How far is that from Circleville?
It's not that far. It's like an hour.
Okay.
So it's not that far. It's over there by Dayton.
All right.
Yeah, not too far from here.
Oh, interesting.
I've actually been down that way quite a bit.
Oh, we're going to have to check out Buc-ees over in Huber Heights. Congratulations for opening up. Is this their first Ohio?
It's the first one, man.
First one in Ohio. Interesting. So what else we got going on?
The Best in Pickaway Art Show.
Ooh, I seen the Scioto Post posted a picture of the guy from Breaking Bad. What's his name?
The bald-headed guy.
Yeah. Oh, I can't think of it.
And that was done by a student. That was drawn by a student.
Very nice. Very nice. Congratulations. Do we know the
212
student's name?
pieces from Circleville, Westfall, Taze Valley.
Do you notice sometimes when I ask a question that he doesn't even answer?
I'm talking. So it's from all the local schools, and they've all put in 212 pieces. And some of these artists that are in this art show probably never had their pieces out before.
Nice.
You know, these are kids. These are it's kind of like if you've ever gone to the art show that they have in during the pumpkin show. You ever been there?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, and they have a lot of art. And I tell you, that's one of my favorite places to go during the pumpkin show.
Really?
Because there is some really, really good art. There's some people, you know, you're born with that, in my personal opinion. You know, you have this natural talent to do art, and you never know which kiddo is just going to have this incredible talent. And they do photographs over there too, but it's just mixed stuff, different stuff like that, different pieces of artwork. Comes from traditional oil paintings to 3D mixed media sculptures, things like that.
Congratulations to all the artists. Congratulations.
Yeah, so that's going to start this week.
Oh, nice.
Down there at Arts Around. That's right there in downtown
sweet.
Circleville. So
You know what I just realized? You're not wearing a T-shirt.
I'm wearing a nice shirt today. It's a little bundled up.
Why? You broke the theme.
I
couldn't even make it past 10 before you stopped.
Sorry.
Just gave up at
I didn't
8.
give up. It'll be back. It'll be back next week.
Jeez.
So
disappointing.
But, you know, they're going to be open Fridays and Saturdays. Friday, it's 4 to 7. And Saturday, it's 11 to 5. 135 West Main Street.
So come out to Round Town,
Yeah.
to Round Town and check out the Arts Around this weekend. How long will it be on display for?
A couple of weeks. And then they're going to do kind of a best in show. And then they're going to move the winners and stuff, that winners display stuff, to different people, to different schools. So all the kids will be able to see it too, but it'll be.
So are they showing the work downtown, or are they showing
they
work?
are, but then they're going to move it around to the schools during the school days, because they're only having it on Friday and Saturday. During the week, they're going to move it around.
Oh, nice. Sweet.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool thing.
What else we got going on this week?
Dam tours.
Damn days?
No, not Dam Days. Dam Days is coming. It's coming in like a month, but not Dam Days yet.
What's Dam Tours?
Dam Tours?
Dam Tours.
So Deer Creek, which is kind of over there, they're, you know, the U.S. Army Corps is going to, and engineers are going to open up the dam tours again. I don't know if you've ever been over there and seen that huge dam that they have over there.
The dam.
I'm just going to say dam over and over again.
Damn you, Jeremy!
This is not a PC show, obviously. Yeah, so they're going to do their dam tours. And you get to go inside and I've done it, and it's really, really cool. So, and it's free, and it takes a few hours to do. They take you down into the kind of the belly of the dam, and shows you the what's going on and how they.
Are we keeping you awake?
Yeah, kind of. The rising, because, you know, in the wintertime and in the summertime, they have a different level that they keep the water,
right,
for different reasons and stuff, flooding and stuff like that. When we're in the spring, when it's raining and stuff like that, they keep the water down low because it's going to come back up.
Right, and sometimes they have to relieve some.
Yeah, and that completely controls that whole situation. It's really, really cool information on why they do that, and it's beautiful. It's a really neat system. Anyway, you want to find out about it? Look up the Deer Creek Dam. On Facebook or whatever like that, or the U.S. Army Corps Engineers, and you'll find their Facebook page, and you can check it out, and you can ask for a tour or whatever like that. Bring your kids and stuff like that. It's a free.
When does these dam tours start?
They're starting this week, so you can do them by appointment.
And how long do they go on for?
All summer.
Oh, all summer. So this is for the next couple of months.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's mostly on a schedule. You can't just kind of show up. It's always on a schedule and by appointment, so you have to go through the system and do it. But
get online, get your family together, and go check out a dam. Damn you! All right, what else? What else we got? Keep on, keep them coming.
So
what else
here's a
happened
fun
this week?
story. There was a guy in Asheville. He just won $1 million off a scratch ticket.
What? Off a
Yep.
scratch off?
Yep. And guess what? When he figured it out, he took the rest of the day off. Would you?
What was he working?
Yeah, he grabbed it. He stopped by in the morning to grab his coffee on his way to work. And he went to buy an Extremes Millions ticket at the store, but they were sold out, and he ended up getting a Cash World ticket, which is another name for scratch tickets. I don't do scratch tickets. Do you?
Sometimes
Sometimes you do
Sometimes.
them? I don't do really a lot of gambling.
I like wasting my money.
I don't have any problem with it. I just don't really. I'm just not that guy, I guess. If I'm gonna gamble, I'll play some poker. You know, some Texas Hold'em or something like that. That's where I'll put some money down, I think. Anyway, so he settled for this other scratch ticket, and he scratched in his truck, and he thought he won $10,000.
Okay.
So he's like, okay, and stuff like that. And then when he got to work, he finished scratching it out and stuff. And a coworker double checked it, and he realized that he won the $1 million top prize.
Wow! Congratulations.
So he was so shocked, he took the rest of the day off. Like he's surprised he didn't quit, right?
He couldn't finish working.
No, he didn't finish. He just
He's
decided.
too shocked.
You win $1
Too
million.
shocked?
You're gonna. But $1 million. Do you think you can live off $1 million?
Well, one, the taxes.
Right, and that's the
So
thing.
you're gonna probably lose about what? Because it's a lottery ticket. What, about half in taxes?
I got that number for you.
Oh, here we go. How much you losing?
So he chose to take the lump sum payment because what it was a payment over several years or whatever like that. But he decided to take the lump sum $500,000 payment. Okay, but then of course the cash option, then you have to pay your taxes out of it. So $500,000, $500,000.
Well, it's $1 million is the ticket.
Right.
And how much was in taxes?
Well, he took the
Cash option is what?
the cash option was $500,000.
But so the million is only if you took it over time.
Correct.
Well, that's some fugazi.
That's how it
stuff.
always works, because a lot of them will pay you like $40,000 over 25 years or 20 years or whatever. Matter of fact, we did have somebody in Circleville win a $5 million one.
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
So
Didn't that person that won the $5 million win?
her husband won $1 million just like 5 years ago.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, so he ended up walking away with $365,250.
So no, that's not enough to quit your job.
It isn't.
No.
But what would you do with that? So I'm gonna guess
We're
that
on the air, otherwise
no, I $365,000. Would you pay off your house? Because I mean, you could pay off your house. If say you're just a regular person and you have a $300,000 home, $350,000. You would just say that's the average price of a home at this point in time, about $300,000,
I would say so.
$350,000.
Yeah.
So that's the price of a home. So if you had a home, you probably owed what, $150,000 on it or so.
You owe something.
Would you pay that off?
Well, absolutely. I'd get rid of it. If I had any debt, I'd get rid of all my debt.
Mm-hmm. What would be the major debt that you'd pay off first?
I don't have any debt.
But if you had debt, that's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, the first thing to get rid of, I would probably say is get rid of any of your credit card debt because that is at high interest rates.
Right.
And then any other, then I would go with any other loans like car loans or house payments or house loans or mortgages.
How about your buddy Jeremy? Would you give him a loan or give him like a little bit?
We're on the air. I can't say that.
But what would you,
are we talking points on the back end? Because that's
Right.
illegal. I can't do that these days. No.
but what would you do? Would you
It wouldn't do
would you
nothing.
change your life?
No.
Would it change your life?
Absolutely not.
So, but what if it was $1 million? Would it change your life?
Absolutely not.
What would you do with it?
Why does money have to change your life? Why? See, everybody thinks that you have to, like, you get a bunch of money. The first thing is that, I'm going to go out and buy this, and I'm going to do this,
buy
and
a
I'm
new
going to do
car.
that. But what are the value of those things? What are you doing that to? I mean, what does it really matter? I mean, just make sure that you're gonna blow through that money, because what happens is, what's the percentages? And I don't know, of the people who win the lottery and then X number of years later they're broke.
And that happens.
So I mean, it's like anything else. It's like, you have a job, right? And let's just say you're making $1,000 a week, and then you have everything that you have is based on making that $1,000 a week. Now you get a raise, you move to another job, and you start making $2,000 a week. And instead of going, okay, I'm gonna still live at my $1,000 a week budget, you're like, oh, well, now I can buy these things. So now you're living on a $2,000 a week budget, and what you've done is you've went from an apartment to a bigger apartment, from a nice car to a nicer car, and then you get a raise again, and now you're making $4,000 a week, and in the same that now you bought a bigger house, and now you want to be with these group of people.
You're living within your means at that point in time.
But you're no longer you're not benefiting yourself due to the fact of, because you could have still lived within your means on you were living within your means on $1,000. You didn't have to keep on moving up every time your paycheck moved up. You could have stayed exactly where you are and stacked all that money.
But was second for what?
For something later in life. For retirement. Medical bills.
That doesn't sound like fun.
Cocaine and hookers.
You know what I would do if I wanted
I was going there sooner or later.
I think I would. I think I'd take my family on a vacation. I think I'd blow a good chunk, a good $20,000, and take my family. And I'm not talking about just me. I would take I would take like my family, my mom and my brothers and my nieces and that core family. My dad. My dad's gone, but my dad. I would take that core family and go on a fun vacation. And I'm not talking about like a Disney vacation. I would go on a vacation where we could just kind of do something cool, maybe at a beach or an island or something, where we could all kind of hang out and do something. That's what I think I would do with a little chunk of that money. And I would enjoy that. And then the rest of it, I think I would try and give myself to a certain point of debt-free. I wouldn't be completely debt-free. I think I would keep my house mortgage, but I would because I'd worry about my credit rating. And
so you think that if you got rid of your mortgage, you'd have a less of a credit rating?
Well, I don't think that your house mortgage is a high percentage, and it's not a really big deal. I would be really more worried about wiping out all the rest of the credit or whatever I had, and have that money in there for the emergencies and stuff like that, and put all that money back. Just kind of like what you said. That's what I would do with it. I would just kind of put it in a place, but I wouldn't blow it all, definitely. Maybe I'd buy a nice car.
But do you like so?
But I don't think I'd buy a super expensive car.
Right. I mean, I
got a brand new car now.
If you had a brand new car now,
I do.
Would you go out and buy a Lexus truck instead of the truck you have?
I don't know. I don't know if I'd. I don't think I'd replace my vehicle. I think
because you're not buying the Lexus truck because you're not buying. You're upgrading that truck because you want people to know that you're upgrading that truck. You want to have that status symbol.
You think? Oh,
I think that a lot of that. That's the point that I'm trying to get at, is that like when you start making more money, you move up because you want to put yourself and show people that you're in this next bracket, you want to show people that you have this, or you're making this, and you want to flaunt that kind of stuff. You want to go out and buy that $100,000 watch, just so that somebody can see that $100,000 watch on your wrist, and those kind of things. And it's nothing but you're just me. No. I mean, but there's a lot of people who do that.
I don't even watch what we watch now.
Anyway, I wouldn't. Nothing would change in my life.
You ever been to the Wilds?
I'd still be slinging sandwiches.
Slinging sandwiches.
I have been to the Wilds. We've had this conversation.
I know, but the Wilds is a very conservation-minded zoo. And
it's a fun place.
It is a fun place. Like, a lot of people go up to the Columbus Zoo, and they're owned by the same people.
Right.
People go to the Columbus Zoo, and the Columbus Zoo is great. I love the Columbus Zoo. I love the aquarium there. I love all that stuff. But the Wilds is a whole different experience. You kind of go through, the whole place, and animals are kind of just there. It's just more of an experience. Don't you feel that way?
It's a different experience, because especially when you get to get the tours and you're in there with the animals.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's totally different than watching them behind glass or behind a fence or something like that. It's a more up close and personal.
Yeah. So they have, over the last month, one in March, one just this week, they've birthed 2 southern white rhino cats.
What? 2 unicorns?
Right, unicorns. Guess how much they weigh?
How much?
How much does a baby rhino weigh?
1,000 pounds.
No.
Higher or lower?
Oh, much lower.
Oh, much 500.
No, lower.
Really? 250?
Lower.
Shut up.
Nope.
I'm not playing this game no
100
more.
pounds.
Really?
Yep. 100 pounds. There was one born March 5th and one born March 28th. A male and a female.
I would have never guessed 100 pounds.
Yeah. And here's the cool thing.
When they're fully grown, how much do they weigh?
Oh gosh.
You weren't prepared for that question.
I wasn't prepared for that question. But here's the cool thing, that both moms were actually born at the wilds also.
Oh, that's awesome.
So now you have a multi-generational conservation. I think that's really cool.
Nice. I heard, I seen the Scioto Post put something out about Ross County Health Department.
Yep, we did. Ugh.
I seen, I don't know, there seemed like there was a lot of stuff over there for the, might want to rename Chillicothe Clapper Coffee.
Yep, I did. I put that out there. That was a health department press release.
So have we had a press release for sexually transmitted diseases for Circleville or Pickaway County?
We didn't call Colin out on that?
Yeah, Colin, where's the health report for sexually transmitted diseases here in Pickaway County?
I'm with him on this one. I normally don't go with you, Richie, but I'm going to go with you on this one. Come on, Colin.
Yes.
I'm going to need that.
Yes, Mr.
We all need to know.
Chairman of the health department.
Who's higher, Ross County or that's awful. I can't even believe we're talking about that.
Who's got more cases of the clap?
Right.
Or syphilis, or gonorrhea, or HIV. Just pass it around like a germ, like a cold. Anyway, moving right along.
Right.
What else we got? Anything else?
Pickaway County.
Hey, wait, no. Hey, on
you
a
got?
serious note, what happened today with Taze Valley and a kid getting stabbed?
So
What happened? And by the way, our hearts go out to the victim. But I heard that he was at home or by his house or something.
he was
and
at it was a friend's
safety?
house. He was kind of heading towards school, I'm gonna guess.
But he ran to the school for safety to get away.
That's correct.
Great, smart move, man.
It was a smart move on the kid.
Smart move.
You know, to find help and stuff like that. But yeah, there was a kid that stabbed him in the abdomen, and then he had a knife wound on his hand. I don't know exactly how many wounds he had, but yeah, he got stabbed.
Safe.
And the kid got caught. The kid was still in the same house, so they were able to kind of lock down that house and lock down the school to make sure everybody was safe. And they took the kid into custody, and he's in the Lancaster juvenile jail right now, and he's going to face charges. He may even face charges as an adult, because that's a serious charge, because, you know, attack with a deadly weapon is a big deal.
Right.
So,
Right.
So yeah, that was a really crazy story. And
On another note,
but the cool thing about that one is that the kid came to the school. There was an officer that was there. There's an officer in a lot of the schools now. There was an officer there. He immediately locked down the schools. He immediately took that kid into safety and stuff, because I was told that there was some blood. And that officer kind of took him into safety, locked the situation down. They called, they had an immediate push for all officers in the area, and all officers showed up, and this is during school. It's kind of chaotic.
nice.
It's at the beginning of school, and they locked everything down, made everybody safe. Good job to Pickaway County, good job to Asheville, good job to South Bloomfield, and OSP probably was there too. I'm not sure if they
Right.
were, but if they were, good job to them too. But it was really kind of, I'm sad the kid got hurt, but I'm also happy that the
They handled it very
response
right.
was proper.
Right.
That, hey, this is happening, everybody get there.
Right. What else we got?
Pickaway County Autism Summit is April 11th.
Oh.
And it's out there at the Ohio Christian University Center.
And what takes place at this autism summit?
They have like a resource fair out there.
Okay.
For people, and mild autism to a little bit more serious autism. Actually, I took care of a kiddo with a little bit of autism over the weekend. It was a emergency placement custody thing for a foster kid, because I'm a foster parent, and autism's a really cool thing.
When is Autism Month?
You'll have to look that up.
Okay.
I don't know that.
Brings up a topic and doesn't have all the information
resource
about
fair starts at 8 a.m. and program starts at 9. Oh, sorry. There's a cool speaker that's going to be there. She's a national advocate for it, and it's a one-stop shop for people, that are curious about autism, have a kiddo in their lives, or they're autistic or whatever, to kind of go there and see what kind of resources that Pickaway County has for it. And I think that's really cool. It's organized by the Pickaway Board
of Developmental Disabilities.
Yeah, and I just think that's a cool thing, and it's something that doesn't get enough awareness around. And so if you're interested in that, or if you think that you have a kiddo that may be on the spectrum or whatever like that, go there and talk to some of those people, because even if a kiddo's got a little, just a dabble of autism, they're able to talk about it and talk about it with good education. It's really cool. So
nice.
Yeah.
Although we all might be on the spectrum in some
I have no
way,
doubt.
shape, or form.
I have no doubt. People say it's such a word that people are like, oh, but that's not really accurate. We have people that are ADHD. We have people that are ADD. I think you're a little ADD.
Everybody's on the spectrum somewhere a little bit.
Yeah.
And the bottom line. So if you want to try to talk down about it, you should really do some inner looking at yourself.
I agree with that. People are wonderful, and
that's right.
And
that's
I know
some of those things make some things like that make us even more special.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's a great. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
That's a great way to say it. That I've seen so many amazing people do so many amazing things. And they have a disability. But I don't see it that way.
You can call it a gift sometimes too.
I agree.
That's right.
So really cool stuff.
Yes.
So that's what I got. You got anything?
Yes. Oh.
You got anything on the movie spectrum?
Well, for those of you out there who partake in the old smoky.
Really? This is the topic we're bringing up?
This is the topic right now. Roll yourself a fatty, hit the bong, chew some gummies, sit back, melt in that couch, turn on Tubi, and look up the movie Zombie Strain.
Zombie? Why do you got to be high to watch the movie?
Because it's a zombie strain of weed. Oh. It is a great movie. Shout out to Michael Seabolt.
That was almost sounding Trumpy.
Say
great
what?
Movie.
Great movie. Great movie.
The best.
So, shout out to Michael Seabolt over in LA. His film. Check it out on Tubi.
What's it about?
Zombie Strain. You know what? Just go check it out.
Is it a short? Is it a movie?
It's a feature film. It's a full-length film. It's a movie.
Like how long?
So you can go ahead and put the picture here of the poster right now on the screen. Bing. I have to look up the times. You just have to go and check.
Oh, you don't have all the information.
Go out.
Didn't
and
you
check.
call me out of
the viewer, and you, Jeremy, to search Zombie Strain and check it out.
Can I watch it if I don't get high?
Yeah, why not? I suppose.
Okay. Because
of course, even you who don't get high,
it sounds kind of interesting, but
it is. It's check out Zombie Strain.
Okay. Zombie Strain.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Anything else?
Well, I mean,
how's the sandwich business?
It's full of cold cuts.
Yeah.
It's full of cold cuts.
You make any chicken salad?
Just cook some chicken. Got to make chicken salad tomorrow.
Chicken salad. It's chicken salad this week.
Yes. And I have some news coming up for an audition that I was in that I was a film I auditioned for and got the role, but I can't speak on it at the moment in time until the production company releases the information due to NDAs. So there'll be more information on that, but just landed a role in an up-and-coming feature film.
Very cool.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yes.
All right.
Well, everybody, you have a wonderful evening. I am Richie Verito.
I'm Jeremy Newman.
And this was Week in Review, Episode 9.
9.